Hola, hola. It's your girl, Erika from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my darling. Welcome back to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. I am very excited. I had to take some breaths before pushing record on this episode. Oh, I have had the most supercharged month. Like August tried to kill me and gave me the best things in the world. It was one of those very duality type of months. Anyway, I wanted to come in and talk about freedom versus confidence, or confidence versus freedom. And I get this so much when I go to events, when I meet people at events, when I'm walking around the streets, when I'm on social media, when I speak on stage, especially when I speak on stage. And I try to say this as much as I can so people understand that I am not confident. Okay? If you've read my first book, Confidence Feels Like Shit, The Truth About Confidence and What It Really Takes to Create It, selfish plug, okay, go to the shop and get it if you haven't read it. It's everywhere. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on my website, you can get it on Audible. In that book, I talk about confidence being a practice. And confidence actually, what it means, confidencia, like the root word is a Latin word. It stands for self-trust. So the root word of confidence means trust. Confianza, Spanish, trust. That's what it is. So I just trust myself. I'm not confident. I'm in a practice of trusting myself. And I wanted to share this because people walk around and they see me. They're like, you're so magnetic. You're so confident. Oh my God, you got this vibe. You got this energy. I have a lot of energy. Okay, if you listen to my show, you already know how annoying I can be. I'm next level with energy. I got so much. Like, I am 42 years old, my friend, and my naturopath, who is like a perimenopause female specialist, she's just like, Erika, I don't know what you're smoking or what you're eating or what you're doing, but like, are you in perimenopause? Because girl, you have crazy amounts of energy. So like, I don't need to take anything supplement for energy. I don't lack energy. I'm on fire for my life. I jump out of bed, unless my neck is messed up, because I did have vertigo in August. My neck was tripping. But I jump out of bed and I'm excited to live my life. I'm excited to wake up. I'm excited to see my kids, to go to work, to jump on stage, to get on here and do the podcast. Like, it's a joke. Like, I have so much energy. And I say that because people think I'm the air quotes queen of confidence, so I must be confident. And, you know, it must be all the confidence Erika's smoking or eating or drinking, right? Like, no, this shit is not confidence. What you see when you see me, if you get to see me at an event, if you get to see me on stage, if you see me in the airport, if you anywhere you see me outside of my bed when I'm awake and walking around in the world, you are looking at freedom. That's what you're looking at. So forget about confidence. It's not confidence, it's freedom. And let me tell you what I mean about freedom. It's freedom for me to be who I am in the moment. I want to be careful with in the moment. Make sure you heard that part. Not for me to be who I am. I've said it before on the podcast, and if in case you didn't hear me, I'm going to say it again. You don't know who you are. I don't know who I am. Who I was 6 months ago is not who I am today. Who I'm going to be in 12 months from now is not who I am today. So technically, who am I? I don't know who I am, but I know who I'm not. I don't know who I'm going to become. I know who I want to become, but I have no idea what's going to be possible for me and who I will become. We are always becoming. We are always growing. We are always shifting. We are always changing. That's what I know. I know who I'm not. I can take off the layers of who I'm not, remove, find more of me, remove that, find more of yourself, take that off, take that mask off, stop believing that crap, Take this off. That doesn't serve you. That doesn't suit you. That doesn't fit you anymore. The more you remove the layers of who you are not, the more you will start to see who you are. But you will never know who you are because you are constantly evolving, shifting, changing, growing. You can believe that, especially if you listen to this podcast, okay? So when I say that I don't know who I am, or when I say that I'm free to be who I am in the moment, what I mean by that is today, this is how I look. This is what I'm wearing. If you can't see me, I'm wearing an amazing new hat. It's a Boston New Era that I got from Culture Kings in Australia, which I guess is like our American style hats. I struggle because in America, we have so many cool hats and shoes and sneakers and beautiful hood gear, right? Anyway, so it's got a hat. It's got like two little flowers, pink flowers, and it's the Boston because I'm from Beantown, okay? Boston. Do I love my New York Puerto Ricans? Yes, I love you, but I cannot wear a New York City hat. I'm sorry. I'm from Beantown. Y'all, we have a war, okay? So it's illegal for me to wear New York. And my husband's like, I'm going to get the New York Bad Bunny hat. I was like, you will not. Although I do have the Puerto Rico hat back there. Anyway, I digress, my ADH triple D. The point of the story is when you see me moving around in the world and you hear me and you watch me, I am free. And I want to talk about freedom because it's so important, much more important than confidence, much more important than magnetism. I believe your freedom is what gives you the confidence. Your freedom, your self-trust is what gives you the magnetism. It's owning. Here's how you can become free. You have got to do your internal work. This is why I harp on so much about, my next level program, my retreats, coaching, therapy, which I don't offer therapy to you, okay? But please get a good ass therapist, like a good one. You need to do your internal work. You need to heal, overcome, uncover, and let me just go ahead and say this shit. Your Instagram coaches, your business coaches, they are not therapists. I'm not talking about that. Don't say I'm doing the work because I got an Instagram coach, or I'm doing the work because I'm a part of a business program. Even my clients that work with me, even though I am doing psychotherapy, I'm not giving them a therapy session. Okay? I recommend everyone that I know, including myself, I have a very good therapist, to get therapy. Because we have got to overcome the things that we experienced in our lives that stop us, that slow us down, that keep us second guessing, thinking small, questioning ourselves. Yes, my podcast sometimes is better than therapy. I've heard y'all be messaging me saying me that. And it makes me so sad that therapy is so bad that you think this podcast is therapy. And I'm happy, grateful. Even my clients that I work with one-on-one. My retreat is therapy, by the way. If you come to my retreat for 5 days, we doing fucking therapy. You crying, you're going to heal shit. 5 days, it's like 5 years of therapy. So that, yes, is therapy, okay? But this here with what we're doing and when I'm coaching and training and working with my clients, I'm coaching them, I'm supporting them, I'm mentoring them, I'm facilitating with them. But so many of us have shit that's happened to us in our lives that stop us, that slow us down, that keep us playing small, people pleasing, second guessing, undercharging, hiding. There's so many things that we do that are directly related and correlated to your past and the experiences you had as a child or adolescent. And that needs help. That needs work. So I have done a lot and continue to do internal work on myself so that I can not allow my past to be the reason why I don't create what I want in my right now, present, or future. So that's one thing. You do your work, you do your internal work. When you start to do your internal work, you start to accept yourself. You start to be compassionate to yourself. You start to love yourself. You start to give a shit about yourself. You start to care about you. You start to go, I'm important. I matter. Hold on a minute. I don't want to do this. That's my boundary. I am valuable. I am worthy. I deserve a space. I'm amazing at what I do. I'm exceptional. I think I'm a good person. I'm awesome. Like you start to believe these beautiful, true things about yourself. And then you work hard and then you show up and then you try to innovate and become better, right? Like you're on this journey of growth and self-development. And if you're listening to my show, I know that you're there, right? But maybe there's some subconscious things that you haven't uncovered that is slowing you down, that is stopping you, that is making you second guess and question yourself. And so you're attacking yourself. What do I say in my books? What if the person stopping you was you? Spoiler alert, it's you. Nobody is stopping you more than you are. You are public enemy number one to yourself. You look in the mirror, that's who you need to overcome. That monster in front of you, which is you. because we treat ourselves terribly sometimes. We're really unkind to ourselves. We're really hard on ourselves. We put the pressure on ourselves. And I believe it's because of our past. We're not doing this because we're mean. We're doing this because this is what we were taught. This is our past. This is our trauma. I'm just going to go ahead and spray myself real quick because I forgot to put my spray on. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. And so when you can work through that, see that, do your work, accept yourself, love yourself, be in love with who you are, you will start to give that to others, number one. And number two, you will not allow, you will absolutely think it is humorous. It is a joke when other people, whether you know them or they're strangers on the internet, whether they're your cousins or your uncles or your mom, whoever, start to talk about who they think you are. You will laugh and you will brush it off and you will keep it moving, shorty. But if that stops you, if the opinion of others, if what they have to say, if the trolls, if the critics, if the what are they going to think, if the rejection stops you in your tracks, that is the work that you need to do. And so when you can own who you are in the moment, walk around as who you are, proud, however, you don't got to be loud. You don't have to be sequenced. You could be introverted. You don't have to be anything like me. You're going to be you. But when you accept who you are and you show up on the internet, you show up in rooms, you show up at the boardroom, you show up in your family, in your life, you are taking and claiming your space unapologetically. You are not apologizing for existing or being there. You're not second guessing and looking to the sidelines and unsure. There's no unsure energy. There's no victimhood energy. There's no apologetic energy. There's no I'm looking for permission energy. You are giving it all to yourself. When you walk around like that, it makes you feel free. And I'm free because if I don't know who I am, because I'm still growing and unveiling and discovering and healing and revealing and peeling off layers, and I'm still doing that. I will do that until I'm dead. Guaranteed. I'm still doing that. So how the hell does a stranger got me figured out? Please let me know. If I'm still figuring out who I am and what I'm about because I'm growing and I'm evolving and I'm changing and I'm shifting, how possibly could a stranger who doesn't know me have me figured out more than I am? It doesn't make any sense. It's like laughable. And so it's like water beads come off my oily skin. They don't even touch me. Their opinions don't even touch me. It's like beading off of me and I don't even feel it. It's like I am waterproof. I am hater proof. I am opinions of others proof. Literally, I want you to imagine the beads just roll off you and they fall off. That's how I walk around. So people believe that to be confidence. It's not. It's called freedom. Freedom to be who I am in the moment. Freedom to say what I want to say. Freedom to act how I want to act. If I mess up, I take radical responsibility. Keep it moving. I fall. I bounce off the floor. You don't even see me fall. I fall so fast. I'm supposed to fall. Welcome to being a human. Okay? That's what's going to happen. You're going to air quotes fail. I never fail. I make mistakes and I learn and I bounce back up. I am learning. I'm not an imposter. I am learning. I don't have any imposter syndrome. Unless I was dressed up like a police officer. Yes, that would be me being an imposter. I'm not a police officer. Totally get that. Maybe it's Halloween, okay? But I'm not an imposter. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I am discovering who I am every second of the day. I am in growth. I am in learning. And that's it. And that is freedom for me to be who I want to be. And if someone has a face or an opinion or words, get ready for it. That's what is going to happen. I don't have to take anything that they say or do or their looks or any of that and make it mean anything about myself. That's where you're getting tripped up, my friend. Of course haters are going to hate. That's what they do. What does Byron Katie say? We love Byron Katie. If you have not listened to my episode with Byron Katie, go back and listen to the episode with Byron Katie. She says a dog is going to bark and a cat is going to meow. You're the crazy person if you think that a dog is going to meow and a cat is going to bark. Of course a hater's gonna hate. Of course your mom who's judgmental as hell is gonna judge you. Of course your cousin who ain't doing nothing and doesn't have her own business has shit to say about you and your business. Of course she does. Duh. Don't expect them to be anybody else than who they are. Until, what does Maya Angelou say? When people show you who they are, believe them. Stop trying to act like you know who they are. They are telling you, they are showing you who they are. Believe them. And keep it moving. Keep doing your thing. All right, my love, I needed to interrupt this episode because I have been speaking to so many of you all of you who want to grow your audience, you want to grow your visibility. Unfortunately, you're focused on followers, and followers is not what you need. You need a fan base instead. And so I had to let you know that I have just recorded a brand new training called the Fan Base Formula. Listen to me. This is the exact method that I used to go from 1,000 followers, 1,000, to building a 7-figure personal brand business. This not only got me book deals, but it sold out my programs, my masterminds. I got on stages. I've made 6 figures just in my speaking career. All of it came from social media, PR, earned media, and millions of downloads on this podcast that you listen to. And the best thing is that it came from building an incredibly connected community that trust me, that support me, that are there for me. And my love, you do not need 10,000 followers. You don't need to grow to 100K. Literally, with the incredible followers you have right now, if you know these 3 things that I am teaching you in this training, you can build a fan base. Turn the followers into a community that trust you. And this training is normally $197, but right now you can grab it for just $19. So I'm going to give you a link in the show notes, or even better, head over to my Instagram right now and DM me the word fan base, FANBASE, and I will send you the link. Build your fan base, my love, because that is what changes everything. All right, let's get back into the episode. Freedom is magnetic. Freedom is magnetic. When you see someone in their energy, they are owning who they are in love with their lives, they are joyful, they are happy. They need nothing from you. I need nothing from someone. I'm literally smiling and saying good morning and like, oh, I love your hair. Hey, good morning. Hello. Because I want to connect, because I want to drop beautiful words to people, because I love eye contact, because I love strangers, because I love to talk. I love to share my energy with the world. I have so much that I want to give some to the world. And whether they smile back at me or say thank you or whatever, that doesn't matter. I do it because that's who I am. I do it because that's who I am. So when you see me walking around and doing my thing, I am just being free to express. And when you're free and you need nothing from anyone, that is so contagious. That energy is magnetic. People are just like, wow. And it's like you're drawing connection and you're drawing community and you're drawing eye contact and you're drawing people in. I will go to the grocery store. I will go to the airport. I'm not wearing pink sequins. I'm in brown, I'm in black, probably not brown. I'm in gray, I'm in black. Something chill, nothing crazy. And I'm still as magnetic as when I'm on stage in front of 800 people in sequence. How? Because it's your energy. It's the vibe. It's the aura. It's the essence. It's the presence of you. How do you feel when you walk in a room? You think that you don't have a feeling. There's a feeling around you. There's an energy that you give. What energy are you giving off? Are you giving off, I'm not sure, I don't know who I am, I'm nervous, I'm scared, who am I too? Oh my gosh. Are you giving off that energy? Are you giving off fake, I've got this, but internally you're scared and you don't know who you are? That fake energy, you feel that as well. Your face and pretending, people feel that. People that are connected to themselves, me, I feel it. I really struggle to trust people. I struggle to trust people who have a front, who you can feel are fronting. I struggle. All my senses, ping, 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 alert, alert, danger zone. And I just like, hi, but I ain't connecting. I'm not going deep. No way. If I can feel the clean energy, the integrity, the congruence, the authenticity come off you, wow. And I'm so sad to say it's rare. That's why when I go down to the freaking bus stop or get off my Uber, some stranger's like, oh, hello, who are you? Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, hi. It's so rare. Why is it rare, yo? Why is it rare that we are connected? Why is it rare for us to give eye contact and smile? Why is it rare for us to own who we are as we are? Why? I could be in sweatsuits. I could be in whatever ridiculous sequence I'm in. I could be in normal clothes. I could be at the grocery store with my kids dropping them off. I could be anywhere. It's not about what you're wearing. It's not about how many followers you have. It's not about how much money is in your wallet. It's not about any of that. It's about the freedom to be who you are. I'm not confident, baby. I'm free. I'm not performing. I don't need your approval. I'm not filtering who I am. I'm going to be gross to some people. They're going to be like, whoa, hell no, she's too much. I love when people are grossed out by my appearance, by my energy, by the way I speak, by the words I use, by my big ass hoops. I love it. I'm like, great. You know what you like. I'm not it. There's a flavor and I'm not your sabor. I'm not your sazon. Fantastic. You don't like salt and pepper and seasoning. Great. Great. You don't like spice. Fantastic. I'm not offended by that. There are 8 billion or something mofos on the planet. As if you're going to be for everyone. You're not. Stop trying to be everybody's flavor. Stop trying to think, what will people think about you? Who cares? What do you think about you? What do you think about you? That's what you should be worried about. And if you don't think highly of you, that's the work you need to do. If you are flawing yourself, if you are ripping yourself to shreds, if you are enemy number one, when you look in the mirror, you attack that person, that's what you need to work on. Work on that. The more you work on that, the less you're going to care about what anybody else thinks about you, because you're going to fall in love with yourself. And you cannot, let me tell you this. You cannot see the beauty in someone else. You cannot love all of someone else. If you cannot do that to yourself, I'm sorry, you cannot. You cannot teach your child how to love and accept themselves and be ultimately confident and free if you, my friend, are not it yourself. You can't. You can't teach what you don't have. You need to work on that. You want your kids to be confident. You want your team to be confident. You want your audience and your followers and your clients to feel that you care about them. Care about yourself. Do that with you first. You do that with you, is a game changer. Freedom, when you see a woman walking around free to be who she is, that is unforgettable. That is like electrifying. That is magnetic. That is contagious. It's contagious. And perfectionism is not that. When you're so perfect and high strung, you're scared. That is like walking fear. When I see someone's like, I'm a perfectionist, I'm like, cool. So you're a walking fear. That's what you are. Walking fear. You're scared. You're scared to be judged. You're scared of exposure. You're scared for people to see you. You're scared for being seen, for being real. The more perfect you try to be and put together and professional and perfect, the more you push people away who can actually see you. Perfectionism is repelling. Perfectionism erodes connection. Vulnerability builds community, builds connection, builds trust, builds credibility. I don't know if you remember, I think I've talked about it on the podcast multiple times, so I'm sorry if I did because I can't remember because I've done so many damn episodes. But 8 Mile, Eminem in 8 Mile. He gets on stage, he starts rapping. He's like, there's a rapper and he's this white rapper and he's from trailer park trash. He lives in a caravan with his mom who's a drug addict or alcoholic. And there's Eminem, 8 Mile, in his real life story sharing. He gets up to rap battle and he goes first and he just rips himself to shreds. He rips his whole shit up. He literally disses himself before his opponent can diss him. He says everything that his opponent was going to say about him. And he's like, yeah, that's me. Boom. What? What you got to say? What? And he just owned all his flaws. No shame, no apology. He just became untouchable, unfuckable with. You have to own all your flaws, air quotes flaws. I don't think they're flaws. I think it makes you you. You have to own who you are, because if you don't, other people will use that to have power over you. And when you own it and you're like, this is me, this is who I am, doesn't mean you can't change. I used to only talk fast on stage, and now I can pause, be quiet, take a moment, right? I don't have to be on the stage. I've changed. I've shifted. It used to be a flaw. I've learned how to workshop it. I've learned a lot of things. And when I own it and I workshop it, nobody can own it for me. Nobody can use that against me. And if they try to, I don't care, because I'm free, because I'm owning who I am. Like, be who you are. Don't worry about confidence. Worry about freedom. Everything that's taking your truth, everything that's taking your essence, everything that's taking your realness, your authenticity, your congruence, your alignment, work on that. How do you trust yourself so much that you don't need anyone else's approval? And if you need it, that's the work. That is the work. And let me just tell you, I can't tell you enough how important it is when you own your imperfections. because it doesn't liberate you only. It liberates everyone else watching you. The amount of people that see me on stage and they're like, you're so humble, but you're so funny, but you're also so inspiring. And I want to do what you're doing, but you're also so, I feel like I could tell you anything. I feel like you're my best friend. I feel like that's what it gives you. When you're you fully, there's no agenda. There's no strategy. There's no tactical shit. It's you being fully true. It's truth. It's realness. It's freedom. I don't know what's more addictive right now in the world of social media and AI when everyone's fucking perfect and trying to be so, I don't know, put together, and it's so fake, and authenticity is lost. It's lost because how do we know it's real? And then don't even get me started. I have another episode about when you meet the people that you look up to in real life and they're not who the fuck they say they are. And the people that are online, they're not the same. And you're like, what the fuck? That's next episodes. So many episodes to talk about this. But let me tell you, being you in the moment, whoever you are in this moment, being you, fully unfiltered, how you are, is magnetic. That's what builds magnetic brands. That's what builds attraction. That's what builds magnetism. That's what builds connection. That's what people will connect with when you are fully being who you are. And yes, confidence comes to play. But the reality is that when you are free, freedom is what it is. Freedom to be who you are. Freedom to allow people to love you and to hate you and to be like, that's for me. She's not. She's for me. I love her. Oh my God, I can't stand her. All of it's great. And none of it has anything to do with you. None of it has anything to do with you. You do you, boo, right? You be who you are. And people's opinions will come and go like the weather changes. And if you're good with who you look at in the mirror, if you're good with who you see staring back at you, if you are your own best friend for real, you won't care about any of it. You won't need any of it because you will be so in alignment with who you know yourself to be. And that right there, ooh, that is liberating, that is untouchable, that is confidence, that is freedom, that is electric, that is magnetic. That's how you become the go-to. That's how you become the person people choose. That's how you become the person that people remember. Be so free that nobody can use anything against you because you own it so beautifully yourself. That is it, okay? I love you so much. I hope you loved this episode. It was coming to me and I was like, oh my God, I have to talk about this. Freedom is what we need. We need to be free, to be who we are. Show notes. I'm going to pop some stuff in the show notes. I'm going to pop the episodes that I mentioned in the show notes. I'm going to put the next level in the show notes, which is my amazing coaching experience and program that is for people that are just kind of starting in business under 10K a month who need to work on their mindset and want to work on their business. I'm going to put the Queen's Table in there for my high level girlies who want to explode their personal brand and be the go-to in their space. I've got so many resources that we've been creating behind the scenes for you. So I'm going to drop all of it in the show notes. You can also go to thequeenofconfidence.com. Or, like always, hit me on IG. I'm on Instagram, baby. I love to talk to you. I appreciate you. If you're watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify, drop me a comment. I will reply. I love you so much. I will see you next week. Let's go. Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you can listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.